Deriv peer-to-peer. For many years, people, the clients of Deriv, were struggling on how to make deposits, and it was found to be necessary for the clients to sell or to exchange the local currency to Deriv balances for themselves using Deriv agents and the DP2P platform. But there are always some opportunist chances. So today I just want to tell you about the type of scamming which is now available in Africa. I don't know if this platform stretches to all other nations, but I want to talk about Africa, mostly Zimbabwe. So many people created accounts using their relatives' IDs or the IDs which were just picked in the streets, because if someone loses an ID, someone can make use of that ID for fraud purposes. So those people, from Ponzi schemes, pyramids, we find such people. The Deriv platform is a good platform and it makes all the transactions easier. But these opportunists or the scammers, if I am to say, they are the ones which are making this platform look like it is not of greater importance. But most of the people, they are exchanging their money there and the system is working efficiently. But there is need for Deriv to plug out these scammers. So how best can we plug the scammers? I will come to that area. I had a dispute yesterday where someone clicked my order, my wallet, or the amount that I was selling was $60. But I find it not fit to place a $60 advert, because I know of these opportunists or the scammers guys who are there online. And mostly they use the names of the she's, the ladies, so that you can be brainwashed and think that I'm working with a lady. Sometimes this lady is innocent, of which you are working with someone behind the scenes and it's a man of male gender. So the faking part of it, take note of this. These guys, they can tell you that they are now sending the money. In Zimbabwe, we use EcoCash. And then if you ask them for confirmation, because if they confirm that money sent and you receive nothing, you can ask for confirmation. That is where the scamming thing starts. They are able to fabricate the screenshot as you are seeing on this one, this account of Love Maps. If you are a Zimbabwean, don't tolerate these Love Maps. You are in the bait. They can fabricate all these transactions. They are fake. And they can tell you that we sent the money. As you can see there, ndipo number za sender. Hauna chawasenda. I wrote this message after checking the balance. And sim 14, I was now telling this guy that I'm not such type that can be easily manipulated and that you can get away with my money without paying, because I'm online for a long time. Name and number of the sender, please. And nothing was sent. And here's the response. Ah, wangu, have you checked? And if you look at this language, wangu, it is very rare for ladies to use this language. This language is mostly used by the he's, the male characters. And then there was some of the conversations below, but I want to close the chapter. So don't just rely on the screenshot from the chat section of the DP2P. You need to check the balance. Make sure you receive the message from the service provider like EcoCash in Zimbabwe, Telecash in Zimbabwe, One Money in Zimbabwe, or check your bank balance in Zimbabwe before you fall prey of these screenshots. These screenshots, now I decided to make this video because this is the second time I sent this money into my wife's phone number or account, and she was convinced by then, and she said this person paid because this screenshot is very legit. And I said, I don't rely on screenshots. May you check your balance? And she argued, saying, no, we will lose some cents because of checking balance. And I said, it's better to lose some cents than to lose 20 USD. After checking the balance, she then said, your client paid nothing. There's nothing in my account. And then I asked the EcoCash guys on Twitter if there is something like this, and they said, we are not seeing such figures, especially the confirmation code in our system. That one is a bogus message. Ask that person to give us the number and the name of the sender so that we can do the research. And by then, no one replied. I asked this person to give me the number and the name on the chat section of the DP2P, and no one replied. And then I raised the complaint to the tariff people, and ticket was opened on the 26th of January 2022. As you can see, created on 07/17 Wednesday, January 26, 2022. And then they started their investigations. And today around 4 p.m. on this 27th of January 2022, I wrote to them. And they give me this message. After investigating the case, we have resolved the dispute in your favor. USD $20 has been released to your account and the case is closed. You can see my funds, all my disputes, I won them. There are many. I lost only one battle where I released the funds to someone I was trusting, but the trustworthiness went into the jungle, and then I left it like that. Note, according to the DP2 terms of use, the buyer and the seller are solely responsible for making sure that the payment is accurate. Tariff is not liable in any way to make corrections or compensation for any incorrect payment made by the buyer, including buyer not limited to overpayment and underpayment. And my issue now is not on the issue of tariff compensating us, but we, the sellers and the buyers. I was using one of the platforms, the escrow platforms, where the buyer was used to click the order and the seller was able to reject the order from the person he or she is not interested to deal with. So this is my first recommendation. I don't know, and I don't want to be at the forefront because I'm not the one who brought this idea of DP2P. I was just informed and I ululated, but opinions are also valid. They had the button where you can say rejected. So in case you come across an order from these people, like the love maps, you can say rejected, and you can go ahead and sell to the rightful person. Because most of the people, what is happening now, I can talk to my friend and we agree to sell or to make our transaction on the DP2P. Soon after confirming my transaction on the DP2P, these scammers can click the order and then they can quickly click I have paid, of which you received nothing. And they start to give some silly excuses. So in case that button of reject order is there, you can simply go to your DP2P, and if you see that this is not the rightful person, you can simply click reject order, and automatically the scammer is out. Because if you are dealing on DP2P, you need to know each other in terms of the usernames. What is your username? My username is Ironman. And then I can know the username of my client, and my client can click and I can confirm, are you such person? And if that person confirms, I then go ahead with the transaction. So with all the details of the buyer being anonymous as we are right now, the buyer is able to see the seller's contact number. The buyer is able to see every detail of the seller, but you are not able to see the contact number of the one you are doing the transaction with, who is the buyer. So that button, I think, is very, very, very important to reject unscrupulous elements behavior on DP2P. Like, I condemn these love maps, and I think Deriv must reduce the chances of this type of people from 3, because if this is love maps case of dispute and he lost this one, Deriv can record 1. After another case, they can record 2. After the last one, they can record 3, and they can automatically block that account. But the chances must be only 2. Once beaten, twice shy. Then they can close these accounts, because these accounts were not made to make any transaction on DP2P. They are not benefiting binary or Deriv on any way, but they are there just to disturb the process which was put in place by Deriv. So I think in their improvements, I'm very, very happy with the DP2P. There are so many improvements which was done there. The time we started using the DP2P platform, there was no that section of chatting, and it was added. And now you are able to see the names of the buyer, meaning to say they are adding something. But I am recommending the reject order button. That one, I think it can help us. Yes, it still remains our responsibility. If I release the funds without getting the funds, I can't claim the funds from Deriv, because that is my stupidness. I released confirming that I received the money which is not in my account. That is my stupidness. There is no fault there on the end of Deriv. But on the issue of clicking the order, someone can click the order. Just clicking. I asked someone and he said, I was just testing if I'm able to buy from DP2P. And then I said, why can't you cancel your order? That person left that click for 2 hours and I was waiting. Imagine. Like these funds was supposed to use the EcoCash on the 26th of January. And the deal was sealed by this click from the scammer. So that's why I'm saying the seller as of now on the DP2P is on the receiving end, they are disadvantaged. The buyers and the scammers, they saw the opportunity and they are striking hard and using the opportunity. So I know that the Deriv people regularly visit this channel, and I know they will see this video. May you consider my recommendation to try by all means to add the reject button, so that we can be able to deal with the people that we know. And the Deriv platform, the DP2P platform, by then will be perfect. I know you have something new and something good for us since you are the developers of this DP2P. But I'm asking just for your speed to avoid people losing money. There are so many people who were contacting me in my inbox on WhatsApp, asking me how best can I return the funds. I lost 150, I lost $100. People are losing money on daily basis. And it becomes the quarrel. People are going to police, people are going wherever. Because if you promise someone on WhatsApp and then someone click the order, you can be in a state that you think someone who clicked my order is the one I was picking to on WhatsApp platform. And then you release the funds. And that the other person can come to your inbox. Why are you not placing the order on DP2P? And you can say the order is done, and you can show that person. And you can then be told that this is not my username. My username is such, and it becomes another thing. So that was my case. For those with ears and eyes, don't fall prey of these screenshots. Make sure you search your balance in your account. Thank you very much. When you are a first-time viewer, don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel. Click the notification button and then share this video so that you can save someone's money. Thank you very much. Good time. Bye-bye.